focus finder. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. And people are starting to log on. TikTok is a little twisted, but that's okay. Other way. Whoa. All right. All right. ACX service. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. All right. Well, while people are tuning in, Alex, how you doing?
Great.
Good.
How are you?
Good. Good. You went to dinner last night, Brazilian steakhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Got the meat sweats?
No.
What was your favorite cut of meat last night? Filet
Um,
mignon?
no, that's usually not my favorite there.
T-burn?
Nope. Bottom sirloin flap.
Bottom sirloin flap.
Yep. It's I'm not a butcher, but it is the part of the sirloin. It's obviously on the bottom. It's kind of like a flap, so it kind of looks like a flank steak or skirt steak a little bit. But it's a sirloin, so it's much more tender than either of those cuts.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have the big flap they put on the skewer, season it with only salt, and then they roast it over the fire, the coals. And that's usually my favorite cut. Picanha is pretty good.
Yeah.
Picanha, I would say, is my second favorite cut. Third favorite is they cut up picanha into typically the picanha is it's another part of the sirloin.
Yeah.
And they typically roll it and they shove the skewer straight through the entire, cuts of picanha.
Right.
So you get the fat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then they roast that over the fire. But they have a garlic, they call it a garlic sirloin or garlic beef, but it's basically just cubes cut out of the picanha.
Yeah.
Shoved on the skewer. And then they kind of coat it in like garlic and olive oil, all blended up. So it's like garlic paste kind of.
Nice. Yeah.
So that would be my third favorite cut. I can go down the list.
You could talk about that all day long. Nice. Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it last night.
Yeah, it was great.
Good. And then you got some dessert.
Yep, they get dessert.
What was it called?
Let's talk about marketing.
Okay, we will. Just doing a little catch up, guys. All right. Hi. Thanks for joining. What's up, Carlos? Thanks for the comments. What's up, Andrew? Houston Vintage Homes. Thanks for joining. One Contract Flooring. Thanks for joining. All right. Love it, dude. Love all the comments. Thank you guys so much. Fire. Heart. All right. Facebook and YouTube. I want you guys to comment too. And TikTok. Thank you for joining. I want you to comment. So welcome back. Another live, Alex and Andy on a Thursday.
Andy and Alex.
Andy and Alex. Yep. Don't call me Andy. You can call me Andy, but you guys don't call me Andy, especially you and you. Andrew. So, today we're going to talk about marketing.
Sweet.
As you guys know, once a week, actually, well, 3 times a week we go live, but once a week, I'm with this guy, and we talk about different things. Nothing, dude. Okay. And so today, as you guys know, obviously we're going live on all these channels, right? So marketing and specifically digital marketing is a huge emphasis of our business, right? And should be a huge emphasis of your business. And so we've been doing this for years, right? We've kind of gone all in on that. And it's really paid off and helped to build a brand and all these things. So we thought that we would bring you guys some value and talk about marketing. So while we're going through this today, I want you guys to comment below any questions you have about marketing, any questions you have about real estate or us in general. And we would love to answer them live and would really appreciate your comments. So please comment below and share this. If you're on Facebook, please share this to your page. That would mean the absolute world to us. We really love you. All right, we got our first comment. What's your favorite thing about marketing? My favorite thing about marketing, this will probably be different. You have 2 different views, right? So you have the owner of a company, and then you have a videographer, a photographer, a creator, you could say. So my favorite thing about marketing is being able to tell stories. That's my favorite thing. Actually, when I first got into marketing, Instagram was starting to become really big, right? And I either someone told me or I don't know, maybe it was the Lord that told me, gave me this idea or this thought, that you've heard the quote, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And so I thought, man, Instagram, all about pictures. So we can be so much more effective. We can have one picture that can serve, for 1,000 words, and display that story, or that message that we want best. So that's what I love most about marketing. What about you?
Telling the story?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah. What I like most about marketing, I would say the results that it produces.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's a lot of different results that it produces, but specifically, being able to, similar to what you're talking about, telling the story and people being able to learn a lot about you or whatever it might be, without, like one asset can do that with thousands, millions of people.
Right. Yeah.
So that's one of the results that it provides. But specific with the marketing department, what I like the most is creating the efficient system for it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're a systems guy. You love building, right?
Well, just like, I mean, hopefully y'all like it too. I mean, I was listening to our podcast 100th episode that we recorded.
Yeah.
And
oh, by the way, go check out our 100th episode of the podcast. We just released it yesterday, and it's with me. I'm on it, so go watch it on YouTube, or you can listen to it on Spotify. But go on. What were you saying?
I was just saying that. Yeah, I was listening to our episode, and when we were talking on there about, how you and I first started building out the TRE marketing department in May of 2020, and just how chaotic it was, right?
Very chaotic, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's no fun.
Uh-huh.
But when it becomes streamlined, you got the right people in the right places. We have a specific goal that we're trying to accomplish. We have the system to accomplish that goal.
Yeah.
I think that makes it much more enjoyable and obviously produces better results, and all around is a better system for it than, what we were doing initially.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, for sure. There's I guess thinking about that, like wondering if we could go back, right? Would we build the system first and then do it? And I would say no. I'm grateful for how we approached it, which was like, let's just dive in, right? And it was very stressful, and we probably took on too much than we could at that point, but that also kind of forced us into learning how to build that system around how we wanted to accomplish our goals.
Well, yeah, that is building the system, and that's what we did.
Right. Yeah.
And so but that's what I like, is building that out and continuing to grow and scale that out and bring in more people, more resources. That way we can accomplish a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Yeah. So thank you for that comment, Kat. Really appreciate it. Please give us more comments on marketing. But this idea for talking about marketing was stemmed from what happened yesterday. And if you were at the TRE office or around us, you're able to see a little bit of that firsthand. And I want to give a shout out to all of our entrepreneurs that helped out. We are so grateful for you guys. That was huge for us. But what happened yesterday is we were filming a pretty important video for our brand and for our message and for our entrepreneurs, because we are the home of the real entrepreneur. And so yesterday there was a lot of moving pieces, right? And so our marketing department really had to come together, work as a cohesive team.
Yeah.
Everybody to accomplish a goal. Right.
Not even just the marketing department. I mean, y'all put that whole thing together.
Yep.
It was a day-long project. It's still not done yet.
Yeah.
Right. Still have some more to do this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yep.
But there were so many people involved, and last night I was just thinking about it, and I was just real grateful and happy. And I mean, y'all just did an amazing job. Y'all accomplished a lot.
Thanks.
It is very hard to do. Y'all organized the entire thing. I know it was stressful.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you had to change shirts 3 different times.
That's not true, dude.
Because of how hot it was outside.
It was hot.
I mean, and so y'all just did an amazing job coordinating it all, making sure everybody and all the pieces of the puzzle fit together and worked together, flowed together.
Yeah.
Kept a great attitude, positive attitude the entire time. Even when things maybe didn't go as planned, which there's always going to be hiccups along the way.
Right.
You're able to adjust, and y'all just did such a great job. And then also, too, everybody else that was involved. There were, at least 25, 30 more people involved than yesterday.
Yeah, right.
People took time out of their day. People came and participated.
Absolutely.
And I was just real grateful that everybody came together and was willing to help, and just y'all did such an amazing job.
Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a pretty big production, and like you said, still ongoing. We have one more scene to shoot for that. But yeah, and then we've always kind of run we've always kind of run our business a little bit lean, right? And which I think is prime for efficiency. And so yesterday, it took all of us, it took everybody to really pitch in, and so and those are the most fun, right? Like doing things as a team. Doing things alone, I've always found is not as fun as coming together with people that you love and being able to accomplish things together. So
yeah, and this is going to be like how long of a video, give or take?
60 seconds.
60 seconds. So
it's taking 10 hours of shooting, and then I don't know how many hours it's going to take to edit that thing together.
Right, and that's I don't think many people fully understand what goes into a 60-second video.
Right.
Sometimes, and so that's just I was just real amazed with how hard y'all worked and how efficient y'all were and everything that y'all did, and just thought y'all did a great job. But I thought it would be cool to explain. Potentially, we don't have to, but
ask me any questions.
What goes on with that, right? Like first, not only did it take 10 hours to shoot yesterday,
right,
and then however long it's going to take to edit, and then another shooting scene. But even prior to shooting, there was a tremendous amount of time and effort and thought that went into it, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so it's a huge project to produce this one 60-second result. And there's probably going to be a total of 60 people involved in that 60-second video.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's just so much that goes into this one little thing, and I don't think many understand kind of what all goes in.
Right.
It.
Yeah. Well, I also want to say before I kind of dive into how much this particular project, how much goes into this one, I also don't want to scare people off from pursuing marketing, and specifically digital marketing and video and photo, because it can be as easy as you want it to be, right? So I mean, everyone has a camera in their pocket, right? So for specifically, our entrepreneurs, right, with the phone, just the best thing, the first step to take is just to do something, right? And so you can do that. It doesn't have to be perfect. But with this particular project, it was important. It's a very important project, and so we wanted to make it look really good. There's a whole lot of small details that people don't think about, even in like a particular shot. Background, lighting, color, props, all that stuff. And so it just takes a whole lot to think about. And I think really, I feel like God prepared me to be in this position with someone mentioned yesterday, which I don't talk about a whole lot, but like I used to do acting. And so I've been on some bigger sets for films and commercials and stuff like that. And so I've been able to see firsthand like how things work, right? And how there's like big production teams of 20, 50 people, to get a 5-second shot, right? And so let's bring that down to us. And so I'm able to navigate that yesterday. But even what you said of like, there are so many things that went into it beforehand, right? So we have to come up with an idea. And where does this idea come from? It comes from a message that we want to say to our audience. And then we come up with an idea. And then we put the vision to that idea. And this is, us discussing with within the marketing department, and then with the leadership, and then also crowdsourcing, right? So like getting opinions from our entrepreneurs and from our team, because that's who matters, right? And then bringing that all together, talking within the marketing department, and coming up with a script. first we come up with an outline. So I come up with an outline of what I want the shots to look like, what I want the message to be, and then from that we develop a script. And words matter, and they need to flow well, right? And then on top of the script, then it's time to plan out the day, and that's probably my least favorite part, and that's the part that I'm grateful for our marketing department, specifically, Kat, for so many things. But that's probably the thing that I wouldn't do unless Kat gave the encouragement on that, and she just went above and beyond to coordinate with everybody, send out emails, talk about locations, and then you have to plan the whole day. You have to plan scheduling. You have to plan for travel time from between different locations.
Yeah, and there's a lot of variables. If one person is late,
it screws up the whole day.
It screws up the entire day.
Yep. Yeah. Which, to your point earlier of like, you got to be adaptable, got to be flexible, and be forgiving in that sense. Not exactly. I mean, yes, to the people, but then also just forgiving to
the process.
The process. Yeah.
So, anyways, y'all did great.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
I thought it was really cool, and I mean, I was thinking about it later. I kept telling you, like, Andrew, I just need to read the lines back to back. And I was probably just adding an extra level of stress that didn't need to be there. Or in like, how many of those little things did y'all go through throughout the day? But you did an amazing job.
Thanks so much.
Everybody did.
Thanks. You did an amazing job.
Thanks, dude.
Star of the show over here. So yesterday was a good example of what a big production is like, and that's just one piece of content, but it's an important piece of content, so it calls for more effort, us to put more importance on the process.
If you were talking earlier about discouraging people, you don't want to discourage people.
Yep.
So what would be your advice to everybody here in terms of marketing and creating content and posting content, and especially being on film, right? Because it's one thing to like take a video of a house.
Yep.
It's another thing to take a video of yourself.
It is, yeah.
And so you're actor, you're videographer, photographer, production, editor.
Yeah.
You've played a part in the entire process.
Yep.
Posting.
Yep.
So what would be your advice to people who may be discouraged or maybe kind of self-conscious of getting on camera and putting content out there?
Yeah. Well, I actually would highly recommend to anybody, specifically in the real estate industry, or entrepreneurs, to go take an acting class. You can sign up for like a 6-week long acting class. It's like an hour once a week. And I have been in acting classes where there have been like business professionals in there. And because it just helps you speak better. It honestly helps with like just like one-on-one conversations. But really it helps you get rid of your ego. So like the reason why people probably don't put out more digital content is because they're nervous about being in front of cameras, which is nerve-wracking. Still, to probably me and you both to today, there's a little maybe hint of nervousness. But taking that acting class helps you to set your ego aside and have the freedom to quote unquote be silly or whatever you want to be.
How does it help you do that?
You have to stand in front of a class of people and say lines, do weird activities. And it's like, it's so cringy and so awkward in the process, but it is well worth the benefits of how it'll pay out in the long run in your career.
What was your favorite thing about acting class?
I don't know.
You have a favorite moment?
Not necessarily.
No.
Yeah. Acting classes, like I said, acting classes are uncomfortable.
Is it like a group and they're like, okay, everybody, so today what we're going to do is we're going to be reading lines from this play, and everybody takes turns doing that or something, or what?
Yeah, that's one version of it. Yeah. You also, there's different kinds of acting classes. So there's commercial acting classes. So you actually learn how to be on camera. So you learn phrases like cheat out, which is like basically where you're facing more towards the camera instead of having your back to the camera. You learn how lighting works, all that stuff. And so there's different ways to do it. But then, yes, there are also times where it's like, hey, there's like a monologue. So you have to get up in front of the class and say it to everybody. And you have to, I guess, get in tune with your emotions and all that stuff. And so, anyways, it's really beneficial for working professionals, people in the real estate industry.
All right, so
That's one piece of advice.
For everybody here who says, well, I'm not an actor and I'm not going to take an acting class.
Yep.
Even though you just said it's very beneficial.
Yep.
What else would you say?
I would say, I mean, like I said earlier, you have a camera on your phone, so just do something. Honestly, do what, and take baby steps. Like, do what, it's nothing is going to ever feel comfortable until it does, right? So in the beginning, it's never going to feel uncomfortable because it's new, right? And your fears are that, someone will judge you, or you won't look right, or you'll say the wrong thing, or you'll stumble over your words. And what I would say is, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to do something, right? And people know that principle in other areas of business or in other areas of life, right? Like, just have to try until, and failure is not a thing, and all that stuff, right?
Let me ask you this. Is it ever perfect? Like, say, like the big productions. Are those ever perfect?
Never. Nothing is ever perfect.
Like, we don't know what perfect is,
right,
for their project, but in their minds, like, Super Bowl commercials, for example.
Yeah.
Are those perfect in their eye? Do they release non-perfect?
I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure when it gets bigger, right, you get closer to hitting everybody's standards, I guess, that's involved in the project. But no, it's not going to be perfect.
My point in saying that is the viewers don't know what perfect is.
Right.
You have this thought in your head of what perfect might be, but the viewers don't know. They're just watching whatever you put out.
Right. Yeah.
And
exactly.
It kind of is what it is.
Yeah. And I would say, like, if you kind of change your mindset and stop thinking about, like, what are they going to think about me, and start thinking about how am I providing value for them, then it becomes so much easier, because you're not thinking about yourself or, your insecurities or all that stuff. You're just trying to help somebody else. And that makes it so much easier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, I would say just do something.
Also, too, I mean, like, just think about it like this as well. And I'm sure that people experience this with us, but
yeah,
I was on social media at different points throughout the day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Since I left social media yesterday, when I logged off or whatever, I haven't once thought about whatever content I saw on there.
Yeah.
I have not thought about whoever's video I saw and what they put out.
Right.
In a negative way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To where one would need to be self-conscious about the viewer viewing that and then thinking about it over a period of time or whatever.
Yeah. People are going to forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, on the other hand, people, if you're consistent with your business and putting out content and stuff like that, you're always top of mind. And so specifically for our entrepreneurs, right? Like, if you're always putting out content for home buyers or for wholesalers or whatever, then when people are ready to buy a home or are looking for an off-market investment property, they're going to think of you and call you.
Yes, but they're not thinking about any mistakes you may have made in your videos.
Right.
That's my point.
Exactly. Yeah. They're not thinking about that one word that you stumbled over.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I've filmed some of so we've, again, we're so grateful for our entrepreneurs who've helped us out on coming on to our Instagram and our TikTok to put out reels. But like when I've filmed them, a few of them have, they'll stumble over their words, right? And then they'll like, all right, let me start over. But the thing is, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And when we're having a conversation face to face, if I stumble over my words, I'm not going to be like, okay, stop, Alex, let me restart that sentence again. I'm just going to keep going, right, and recover. And so again, to the point of, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do what you want to do, because people aren't going to remember that one word that you stumbled over.
What would be some of your tips for what type of content should people put out?
I would say that's different for everybody. I would say put out the content that you enjoy the most, because if you enjoy it, then you'll do it. If you're doing something that you don't necessarily enjoy in the beginning, at least, you won't put it out. You'll do it for a couple days and then you'll forget about it. But if you do something that you enjoy, you'll be way more consistent at it, and then create that discipline, create that consistent habit, and then continue to put out content for the long run.
What if they don't enjoy putting out any content?
Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's not like, I mean, as you know, recording content is an uncomfortable thing, and
Yep.
it's been a process that we've worked through over a couple of years. And I wouldn't say that anytime we've necessarily just like loved being on camera and doing what we're doing, but we did it because we knew it was necessary.
Yep.
And we did it because we knew the value in it, and we tried to get better and create the processes and the systems for getting it out in a more efficient way and being more efficient with it.
Yep.
So you don't necessarily have to love the content that you're putting out, but learning to love the process of kind of figuring out the best thing that works for you, I think, is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Is there content that you love recording?
Yes, there is content I love recording.
Yourself?
No, wait.
Of you?
No. Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm saying you're telling people to love the content that they put out. And so I'm asking, is like, when you're being recorded, is there something that you just absolutely love putting out, or is it always uncomfortable for you to, even, slightly?
No, I mean, sometimes it's uncomfortable. But are you saying when the camera's on me?
Yes.
I love doing like the podcast we did that we released yesterday. I love that. I love this. It's because there's, a relationship being built, and there's somebody else in the room with me. And so that's something like, if people are uncomfortable, like, you can interview people, right? That's a strategy of putting out content is, you having someone else on camera with you. Our entrepreneurs can team up and create content together. That's a good way to feel comfortable, is doing it with somebody else. Because if you're alone, then you're more aware of everything that you're doing. You're less aware of the other person. And so I love doing that. I love being on camera with somebody else, for sure.
We should get Miss Kim on camera.
Oh man, we'll love to. For the comment.
She's in here saying LMAO.
LMAO.
What are you LMAOing about?
Yeah. All right. Hey guys, thanks on Instagram. Love the advice every day. Thanks. Well, we love your comments every day. We really appreciate you. Okay. Another one. LOL.
Is she laughing at you? Me?
Roll on the floor laughing.
The back?
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, any other questions on marketing before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are you out of time?
No, never out of time. I got all the time to work for you.
Okay, so we talked about, recording content that you enjoy doing.
Yep.
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yep.
You don't need a big production team. You don't need a big marketing and social media team.
Right.
All you need is this right here, right?
Yep. All you need is your phone.
One thing that I think everybody should do is, and I'm sure everybody's aware, on every single one of these platforms, is release short form content. So
yeah.
TikTok is great.
Yep.
You can create those TikTok videos, and I don't do this, so I don't know the exact process, but you can take these TikTok videos that you create, download them to your phone or save them to your phone, then upload to your Instagram. That's Instagram?
That's Instagram, yep.
Upload to your Instagram as a reel, upload to Facebook as a reel, YouTube as a short, and these short form videos, I'm sure everybody gets lost in if they're on social media. And those don't require a whole lot necessarily, like big production things do.
Not at all.
Just record it on your phone, 15, 30, 45, 60, 90-second videos.
Yep.
Do some editing on TikTok. Put some sounds in there.
Yeah.
And then release on all these platforms.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like you mentioned, you can edit within TikTok or within Instagram. So like putting text over, that's pretty easy. And then with music, again, like there are trending sounds is what they call it, but it's like trending music on Instagram and TikTok. So you can just pick some of those trending, and that'll help the algorithm boost it a little bit too. So that's within the app. So that's pretty easy too.
Add some text on it.
Yep. Call it a day.
What do people do? Stitching?
Stitching, yeah. So you find somebody else's video that's gone viral or something like that, and then you stitch it, and it's basically you reacting to it or something like that.
Or
that's
stitching,
easy.
like where we put like this background behind us, or is that the green screen?
That's green screen.
Effect in TikTok?
That's an effect in TikTok. Yep.
There's just so much you can do. And it's not complicated.
Yeah.
And all you need is your phone.
Yeah, just have fun with it.
What would be your challenge for everybody to leave here and do? Make one TikTok video?
Yeah. I would say
by 4 p.m. today?
Yeah, make one video by 4 p.m. today. And it could be as simple as you introducing yourself to your audience, just saying who you are, what you do, and yeah, just be genuine, be yourself. But yes, challenge would be one video today.
Ironwood Workman.
Yep.
Did
Did I
you
miss it again?
What'd you miss? Or
The
what do you
live.
think? We're still live.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he has missed the last 25 minutes, which is okay. I also want to say, so you just broke down how to make TikToks and Reels.
And shorts.
And and shorts, right, for YouTube. I'm not going to explain it now, but I want you guys to go watch the podcast that we released yesterday because I tell you exactly how to make a podcast on that podcast. Little inception for you. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, go watch that podcast and learn how. Pretty easy.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it just like this.
Do it just
you
like this.
You could do it through your phone.
Do it on your phone. There's a voice memo app.
Yep, voice memo. I mean, even with your camera.
That too. That too. Yep. Okay. So challenge. Go make one short or a reel or TikTok today by 4 p.m. Tag us in it so that we know, we can see.
I got a couple more questions.
Oh, you got more questions. All right. Cool.
What's your favorite platform?
To view or to put content out on?
Both perspectives.
My favorite platform is probably YouTube to view.
Why is that?
I like.
Are you just trying to get some brownie points with YouTube here?
Yeah, exactly. They are listening. Yeah, big brother. No, I mean, I like viewing YouTube. So like we watch Piece Review every single day. That's on. I mean, I'm sure they put that on Instagram too, but I watch it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just like watching longer form content. It's more intentional. And then for putting content out, I would say that I don't know which one's the most beneficial, but I enjoy YouTube as well, actually, for the exact same reason.
Yeah.
I get to put out stories, longer, more intentional cinematic stories, which are really cool. So
yeah.
We got some comments though from Sam. Hi, Sam. Thanks for the comment. Oh, okay. Taking advice from Alex. Just hit them all on their blind side.
I think she's talking about the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Where we were talking about special teams.
Oh, yeah, football.
I think that's what she's
Glory
referring
days.
to.
Yeah, probably.
It's a good tactic.
Good tactic.
Samantha.
Yeah. Yep. All right. And we got another comment from Ironwood Workman. I would love to see a show on seller financing. I want to sell a few properties this way. It will be the first time for me.
We can
Cool.
do that next time.
Yeah.
Next week. Well, is that okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Seller financing. And then if you
next Thursday at noon
want to reach out before then, we probably have some videos on our YouTube channel about it. And you can also reach out to us, DM us on any of the platforms or come to our website, and we're happy to help till then.
Yep. Cool.
I agree with you though. I think it will be a better deal for everyone as rates continue to rise.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking about, I heard that yesterday they were like going up to like 7.5%. And I was like, man, I don't want to get a new loan right now at all.
Yeah.
So seller financing would be good. Subject to would be good too. But yeah, we'll talk about that next week, Thursday at noon. So stay tuned and DM us, like you said, if you have any questions ever to anybody here. So yeah, she said it was a great podcast. Loved it. Hit him on the blind side. Glory days. Okay, well, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any other questions about marketing or about real estate or about how to be a real entrepreneur here at TRE, let us know.
Work with us.
Work with us, not for us.
Podcast, baby.
Podcast. Yep. Okay, we love you guys so much.